This is the first video I'm going to be doing on the new camera, just testing it out really, see how it all goes. Just a quick look around the old tanks and that. Not too much going on at the moment, mostly because of holiday coming up. Haven't had any money to spend on fish equipment and video cameras, etc. Start over in the corner. Excuse the mess in here at the moment. It's a bit of a tip. We've got a purely neon tetra theme going on. This one's only been set up 3 weeks now. Lighting unit is packed, well, half of the lighting unit's packed up on me. So I'm going to be really restricted at the moment unless I spend some money on that and what plants I can put in. I'm just going with a bit of giant veil at the moment, banked up sand. It looks alright, but it kind of is what it is. It's nothing. Obviously I quite like to do heavily planted aquariums, but there's no CO2 in this at the moment. There's low light, so pretty limited. But it's, like I say, it is what it is, not too bad. Let's move on now to the big tank. Now this one I've just kind of got my hands tied behind my back a little bit as well, only in the respects of CO2, because it's on got an aquarium sump underneath. Any CO2 I'd put in would just get gassed out. I suppose I could try homemade CO2 in it and I wouldn't really lose too much, but probably fiddle with that when I get back off holiday. This one is purely, I say purely a rainbow fish aquarium, but it's got clown roaches, flying foxes. It's got 2 neon tetras that I couldn't catch, I gave up on, and I think it's got 2 relatively big bristlenose plex in there, which I'm hoping will start breeding. I'll give you a bit of a closer look. I've got some almond leaves in there at the moment, which I'm trying out. Hopefully it's not going to mess with the pH too much, because I know these rainbows don't particularly like low pH. My idea with this tank is possibly take all the rainbows out and turn it into a black water aquarium. I've definitely got the lighting that I can change on it to lower it or higher it as required. Again, at the moment I only got giant ballast in there and some crypts at the front. I really want to change, well, I want to keep that as it is, but I want to add more plants to it. But at the moment that's all it is. At the top here got some grow out tanks. We've got a couple in here. Excuse the snails. Let's see this fella at the front here. There's 2 of these guys from the first batch. The only 2 that have made it. That was my first batch I've ever done. So hopefully they're starting to get bigger and bigger now. There's the mum and dad. Bosemani's. He was the best genetical one I could find that I've already had. Get really strong colours out of him. And the female can't really see there, but pretty good as far as I can tell. Got the spawning mops where they lay their eggs, and obviously take them out and put them into a separate tank. And then this one is filled with my second batch of baby Bosemani's. Not too sure if it's picking it all up or not, but there is, I'd hazard a guess, it's probably between 40 to 60 in there. A little bit of Nubius in there. A bit of fern that I'm trying to grow, which a bit of mosserae that I'm trying to grow, which isn't really doing much at the moment, but I'm guessing it's doing the water bit anyway. Got no light for this one. So I'm going to have to take this Nubius out before it completely melts. But this is this is sort of my purposed aquarium for bristlenose plex, which I'm trying to breed. I had loads of success before when I had my old tank, but since I've set all this up, Haven't managed to get any so far, but it's a time game, I guess. A bit of patience. This one here is, I've actually put the highlights on this one, the T5s and the CO2 injection, which you can see at the back there. Some Amazon swords and crypts, pretty basic stuff. Got some baby tears at the front, which I'm trying to experiment with. But generally, it's planting up quite nice now. It's only really had the highlight on it for a couple of weeks in the CO2, so it should start taking off with a bit of luck and really get that quite heavily planted. That's about it really. I've got to sort the species out for that in there because I'm just running at the moment with sort of odds and sods that I had kicking about that I was trying to breed. But I like to do one species per tank really, apart from the sort of clean up crew sort of fish that you get at the bottom, the algae eaters and that, but maybe angels, don't know yet. There's always a potential to breed the angels in, or even possibly take the rainbows from there and put them in there. If this does go to black water, because it's such low pH, could take this one to a discus tank possibly. That's about it for now. Just a little test video. I'll probably make another one when I get back up from Turkey. Cheers.